Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Hopefully, you will be fine. Today, we have to start a new unit, Black Beauty. So, let's have some information about its writer first. Uh, this unit has been written by Anna Swell. She was born in 1820 and died 1878. She was an English novelist known widely for her novel Black Beauty, which inshallah Aziz we will read after a few minutes. The novel deals with the well-being of animals and give lesson in kindness, sympathy, and respect for others. This is a fiction, not a real story. So this is the first chapter of a much loved classic tale. Tell us for a horse point of view. In this unit, the young horse Black Beauty tells us about his early life. Black Beauty is the hero and narrator of our story. Of course, he's a baby at that point and does not have name yet, but for our purpose, we call him a beauty. 6 other colts live in the meadows with Beauty and his mother. They play together like neighborhoods, kids on the same block. They used to clap all together around the fields as they could go. Sometimes Beauty and the colts play a little rough. So let's start our reading of the Black Beauty. Before I was 2 years old, a circumstances happened which I have never forgotten. It was early in the spring. There had been a little frost in the night and a light mist still hung over the woods and meadows. I and the other colts were feeding at the lower part of the field when we heard what they heard. Quiet in the distance. What sounded like the cry of dogs. The oldest of the colts raised his head. What does colts mean here? Young horse baby called colts pricked up his ear. Pricked up means cast to stand and point upward. He wanted to hear what's going on and said, "There are the horns." Immediately canted off. Immediately mean at once, instantly. And canted off mean horse movement in a particular direction. Okay, followed by the rest of us to the upper part of the field where we could look over the edge and see several fields beyond. My mother, an old riding horse of our master's, were also standing near and seemed to know all about it. "They have found a hare." "What is a hare?" "A big wild rabbit," said my mother. "And if they come this way, we shall see the hunt." If they come this way, we will see the hunt. How the hunting party will hunt that hare with the help of hunting dogs. As soon the dogs were all tearing down the field of young wheat next to our. I never heard such a noise as they made. They did not bark, nor howl, nor whine, but kept on "hoo you ah hoo hoo ya ooha" at the top of their voices. After them came a number of men on horseback. What is the horseback here? Then you people can say then while mounted on a horseback. They are riding their horse. Some of them in a green coats, all galloping as fast as they could. The old horse snored and looked eagerly after them. Snored mean voice suddenly explosion sound through the one's noise, mean animal's noise, which they produce from their nose. And we young colts wanted to be golfing with them. But they were soon away into the field slowed down. It seemed as if they had come to a stand. The dog left off barking. and ran about everywhere where their nose to be grounded. They have lost the scent. Send me the tail of a hunting animal, said the old horse. Perhaps the hare will get off. What hare? I said. Oh, I don't know what hare. Likely enough, it may be one of our own herd out of the woods. Any hare they can find will do for the dogs and men to run after. And before long, the dog began their who oh oh again, and black they came will together at full speed, making straight for a meadows at the part where the high rank and edges hang over the brook. What does meadows mean here? Fields. No, we shall see the hare, said my mother. And just then a hare, wild with fret rush by mate for the woods. One came the dog. They brushed over the bank, leaping the stream, and came dashing across the field. Dashing means fastly, followed by the huntmans. 6 or 8 men leaped their horses clean up. What does the leap mean here? Jumped. To jumped out. Close upon the dogs. The hare tried to get through the fence. It was too thick and clean over. Close upon the dogs. The hare tried to get enough the fence, but it was thick, and she turned sharp round to make for the road. But it was too late. The dogs were upon with her. Oh my God, their wild cries. We heard one shriek. And that was the end of her. One of the huntmen rode up and rapped of the dogs, who could soon have turned her to pieces. He held up the rabbit, and all the gentlemen seemed well pleased. Ask for me. I was so astonished that I did not all first see what was going on by the brooks. Brooks mean a small stream. And what does astonished mean over there? Surprised, amazed. Who was astonished from that time? The young horse was surprised and amazed from that time. What's happening? When I did look, there was a sad sight. 2 fine horses were down. One was struggling in the stream, and the other was groaning on the grass. One of the rider was getting out of the water covered with mud. The other lay quite still. His neck is broken, said my mother. And served him right too, said one of the colts. I thought the same, but my mother did not join us with us. Well, no, she said, you must not stay that, but thought I am an old horse and have seen and heard a great deal. I never yet could make out why men so fond of this sport. They often hurt themselves, often spoil the good horses. You people can see the horse feel very sad for their other horses. They feel very sad for the animals, and they dislike the hunt sport. They dislike the hunting. In fact, they are telling their feelings. Right here, you can see the kindness, the sympathy towards your animals. And tears up the field, and all of the hare or a foxes or a stag themselves often okay, that they could get more easier some other way, but we are only horses, we don't know. That is the end of the unit. You have to do the silent reading at home by your own self. Take care. Allah Hafiz.